Hello and welcome to Pro Tips with Studio Pros. Today we're going to talk about the Dorian mode. Oh my gosh, I love mode so much, I don't even know where to start. This one's going to be on the Dorian mode, but we got to tackle Lydian and Mixolydian at least. Those things are heavenly. So what the heck is a mode, huh? Is it a major scale with a scoop of ice cream on top? No. Dare I say it's even better. Well, if you break it down, it's actually pretty simple. You take the major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and instead of starting from do, you start from any one of the other scale degrees, and each one of those has a name. For example, starting from the second scale degree, so do, re, that's called Dorian. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re. But we wouldn't really think of it as re. We think of that new pitch as do. So, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. For those of you who don't want to hear my singing voice, well, first of all, too late. Here would be just a major scale. And now if we start from the second scale degree, and then up and down. And those of you with a keen ear might realize, that sounds a lot like a minor scale. Well, yes, Dorian is a minor mode. So if we take a regular minor scale, all we have to do to change that is make the sixth scale degree natural instead of flat. Because in a regular minor scale, in a natural minor scale, it's 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and then 1 again. In the Dorian scale, all that changes is the sixth scale degree is natural instead of flat. So what this means is not only are we going to be writing our melodies over that scale, but our chords now have changed because we have different notes in the scale to base them off of. So in the natural minor key, your chord based off the first scale degree would be a minor 7 chord. Your chord based on the second scale degree would be a minor 7 flat 5. Your chord based on the fourth scale degree would be a minor 7 chord as well. Now if we do Dorian, the 1 chord stays the same. But the 2 chord now is a minor 7 chord, and your 4 chord would be a dominant 7 chord. And now that you heard those chords, you might start recognizing some songs that are written with them. For example, Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles, Break On Through by the Doors, or my favorite, Mad World by Tears for Fears. So as you're hearing, what makes Dorian really unique is that natural sixth scale degree. So if you're writing chords and you're trying to dip your toe into Dorian, what you really want to do is just use 4 major. That's the chord that's special. So in the key of C minor, play around with the C minor chord and the F major chord. That's going to sound really cool. Or in the key of G minor, it would be the G minor chord and the C major chord. In the key of F minor, it would be the F minor chord and the B flat major chord. I promise you, once you start messing around with this, you're going to get so addicted to it. Something about that 4 chord has such a hopeful, uplifting feeling to it that is addicting. So here are 2 lines I wrote. I'm going to first play it in a minor key. Hold me, I'm scared. It's cold and I'm bare. So I'm going between the 1 minor chord and the 4 minor chord, which are both perfectly normal in a minor key. But now I'm going to replace that second chord, the 4 minor chord, with a 4 major chord. We'll see how that sounds. Hold me, I'm scared. It's cold and I'm bare. It's just this. It's so cool. And it's really different. It gives your song an edge. Now, the challenge I have for you is to try to make that chord have a special meaning in your song. You don't necessarily want to throw it in haphazardly just as a cool sound. Try to tie a cool lyric and a cool meaning to that chord because it is going to grab the listener's attention. Another thing you might think about doing is never actually playing the natural 6th note in the chords on the guitar. Just kind of leave it a little ambiguous, but sing it in your melody. So something like, hold me, I'm nice thing about that idea is you can use the same chords in the verse and in the chorus. But in the verses, you'll never touch on that 6th scale degree. You'll just hover around a different area. And then in the chorus, bam, you hit them with that natural 6th in the melody. Wow. So yeah, that's it. Tackle the Dorian mode by using a basic natural minor scale and just using the natural 6th scale degree instead of the flat 6th scale degree. Mess around with some chords, try to make it all musically make sense together. And rest assured, if you ever write a song in Dorian, our musicians at Studio Pros are extremely well equipped to be able to not only understand it, but play it and make it sound really good. So head over to studiopros.com to check out our services. Please like and subscribe below. Leave any comments, any questions that you have. This has been Pro Tips with Studio Pros, and I hope this video is just the beginning for major improvements in your writing. Yeah. We can cut that out, right?